Hey everybody, this is Fashion McNeely again, and I just wanted to share a little something with you all today about relationships and healing relationships. I mean, God is really dealing with me right now about how to do that and how hard it can be sometimes because, you can only control your part and your role in the relationship. You cannot control the other person's part. You cannot make anybody do anything. You can't make them do the right thing. So with that being said, I just want to say that first of all, knowing God, the Father, knowing who He is, has helped me understand what love is, and it has helped me understand what love should look like. And a lot of us, we feel like we're in love, but we do not exactly know how to love. I'm already on husband number 2. All right, ain't gonna be no 3. 3 is not a charm. I said if this one don't work out, I'm going to the convent. I'm finna be Sister Mary Clarence. How you doing? No, ain't gonna be no 3rd. But in this second marriage, I'm learning more so how to love. And if anybody wants to know how to love, then who better to learn from than the creator of love himself? If you would, I wanted you to follow me to a passage in the awesome, magnificent, living Word of God. It's in the book of 1 Corinthians, and it's in 13th chapter. 1 Corinthians 13th chapter, and it's verses 4 all the way through, I would say, verse 11. So we're going to go there. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Oh, now you know that's a problem for us. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. And he goes on to say, where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will cease. They will be still. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, we prophesy in part, but when perfection comes, the imperfect disappears. I just want to stop right there. This is what love is. The creator of love have given us the definition, not Webster's dictionary, but here, God, His Word, Himself, He has inspired us through Apostle Paul. This is who wrote 1 Corinthians. He is giving us the definition of what love should look like. So if you're having failed relationships, one after the other, not only with a spouse or with a significant other, but also with family members, friends, you're going to need to master what this is. You're going to master these methods and techniques. Love is patient. Oh my God, a lot of us have failed right there. We don't have not an inclination of patience whatsoever. Love is kind. Let's check our attitude. Love does not envy. It does not boast. It's not proud. It's not rude. It is not self-seeking. It's not easily angered. I mean, you can pretty much count about just about 9 out of 10 of those. You done already failed before you even really think really good about the condition of your relationships. If you want a healthy relationship, if you want a blessed relationship, I would totally suggest that you dive into 1 Corinthians 13 and master what love looks like. I know I'm determined. And I would like to say this as it relates to relationships. If you are always running into conflict and you're always having adversity with other people, and the source of the problem is never you. You are never the reason or cause for these problems. If that is you, I would like to suggest that you're probably the problem. Nobody is always right. Nobody is always the victim. It's never always a one-sided thing. Anytime I have a problem or a conflict with somebody, I was just telling a good friend of mine, I always examine myself first. Before I even go to them, call myself confronting them or whatever. I always examine myself first, and I say, okay, Lord, show me myself, show me my flaws, show me who I am, show me the things that are hidden to me but are in plain sight to you. Show me where I am going wrong. I need to analyze and do some self-reflecting before I go and try to reconcile this problem. And a lot of times you will realize that, you have done something to also cause that offense or adversity or obstacle in your relationship, that if and understand that you can only fix your part. So why are we always so focused on the other person's portion of wrong? Why are we always fault finding in others? I heard a great scripture in the word says that, first of all, get the speck of dust out of I'm sorry, get the branch out of your eye. Then you can see clearly enough to go get the speck of sawdust from someone else's eye. Sweep in front of your own front porch first, people. Sometimes a lot of the problem is with you, with your own attitude. You don't have patience with others, but you require so much patience. You're so selfish when love is clearly defined as something totally selfless. It's always about you. It's always about what you want. I'm going to say this as it relates to being married and having a spouse or significant other. You don't get into a relationship just so they can answer your needs and your wants. You get into a relationship to serve others. And what happens that in the process, you all serve one another, and there's a reciprocation, and then now there is a successful relationship because both are giving. Not one is the beloved and one is the lover. It's a reciprocation of love. Okay, and so when you get into a relationship, if you have the service mindset, if you get into the mindset that I'm here to better this person's quality of life, they're going to also better my quality of life. And I'm going to say this, sometimes you may not even be in the right relationship. If the person you were with is not bettering the quality of your life, they're not adding to your life, but they're taking away from it, you can pretty much do the math on that. Sometimes when a person has made a mistake, you have to ask yourself, okay, if this relationship is not working, did they make a mistake, or are they the mistake altogether? Is the person a mistake, or did they make a mistake? It's a difference. But I'm going to tell you something. I can't reiterate enough how knowing God has really been such an amazing blessing in my relationships, and understanding how to love the way He has designed love to be, and knowing how to give, and that when you give, you shall receive. It will come back to you in multitudes. Not always going to a relationship to take, but going to a relationship to give. If you have that mindset, you're going to find love, real love. You're going to find healthy and wholesome relationships, and if you can master how to be totally selfless, kind, not to be easily angered. Don't keep a record of wrongdoing. Learn how to forgive, and also learn how to confess, because if you never can say, hey, I'm sorry, I was wrong, you might as well hang up every opportunity of having a successful relationship ever. Because a lot of this give and take, this reciprocation, is going to cost you your pride. It's going to cost you, maybe cost you money. It's going to cost you time, and it's going to cost you patience. So many more things, but definitely those things. You're going to have to put your pride down if you're going to have a loving, wholesome, and blessed relationship. You have to learn how to do it the way that the God, creator of love, has designed it to be. And I'm going to just say it, it starts with self. It starts with self. Sometimes you don't even need to be in a relationship until you have truly become whole within yourself. Because I don't call my husband my better half. I'm already whole, and then he's whole. We're whole individually, and then when we come together, we're just a power couple. So God is who makes me whole. Okay, my relationship with him, he's my first love. Okay, because he teaches me how to love, and then I can translate that love into my relationship, not only with him, but with my mother, with my brother, with my friends, my sister, all family members. And sometimes, hey, with family, you may have to love from a distance until the power of prayer breaks the hindrances that are keeping obstacles in your way. Or sometimes you just have to pray until that opportunity comes or presents itself to heal the relationship. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna close. I've learned how to love through this walk with God. It is a never a dull moment. I'm always learning something new about myself. I'm always analyzing myself. Lord, how can I be better? How can I master this thing called love? How can I love myself better? Because you have to also love yourself first. You have to love yourself first before you can really receive love from someone else. Love self. You got to love God, who's going to teach you what love is, and then you translate that outward into all of your relationships. I hope this has blessed you today. There's going to be so much more. Just getting my feet wet, but God bless you. Take this with you. Meditate on it. 1 Corinthians 13. Let it be a blessing. Y'all have a wonderful day.